Welcome back to another video. Today's review is focused on Atlanta Season 4 episodes 1 through 2. And I will be giving out my review, my recap, and just what I liked about this episode. So here we go. The final season of Atlanta is here. And honestly, I think the first two episodes were pretty good. Some moments was a huge what the F and extreme, and I cannot just wait to see what season 4 has in store. But yeah, episode 1 was entitled The Most Atlanta, and this episode just opens up on a pretty crazy notes. Like a huge riot is happening at the store, and Darius would be the kind of individual to return something while something crazy like this is happening at a store. Everything is going good at first until this crazy old lady in a wheelchair, who is basically a Karen, is basically not allowing anybody to leave for obvious reasons and stuff like that. And apparently this is a reference to a real life situation where a lady in a wheelchair was a Karen. She was fire extinguished, had a knife on her, and basically that is what happens to Darius this entire episode with him and the wheelchair lady. Alfred, in the meanwhile, deals with a lot, and there was a few different references as well too to a lot of different rappers and stuff like that, as he is basically going on a scavenger hunt because of one of his favorite rappers had recently passed away, and this scavenger hunt basically takes him to many different locations, from a restaurant, pool, gameplays, movie theater, random people with like barcodes as tattoos. And I just thought that the entire segment was just pretty crazy and weird. And when he finally gets to the funeral, he was already cremated, and it's just a lot though. Meanwhile, Earn and Van, they are doing some shopping of their own. A lot of weird stuff happens with them as well, as they see a lot of just former spouses and stuff like that. And some people believe that it talks about themes of just like symbolism, just repetition, like seeing people still in the same place after so many years, never have done anything with their lives. Just a lot of just repetition, just a lot of stuff about like former spouses and just life itself. How some people stay in the same place for their entire life, and how some people move out of their home places and just do bigger things and never look back. They get lost at Atlantic Station, and it just becomes a whole nightmare of some sort of trying to get out. Just things just repeating. And Darius, this crazy wheelchair lady, still coming after him though. But yeah, this episode basically ends with just the four reuniting after the crazy day that they had. A lady named Kenya most likely becoming the first t-shirt of this season by the crazy old lady. But yeah, yeah. Episode 2 was entitled The Homeliest Little Horse. Tracy is finally back for the first time since season 2, as Tracy definitely looks different. He has a job. Some lady is somewhat has a crush on him, like she likes black people, but at the same time, not really. And we just start off this episode on a crazy route. Earn, he was going to therapy. He talks about different things that has been going on in his life, talking about a lot of just different stuff that he's had built up. We finally find out what happened to him at Princeton. And honestly, it's a horrible situation when you look at things, and just shows you why you need to be careful with who you make friends with, because not everyone has the best intentions for you. And with what happened, I feel bad for Earn, and I understand his frustrations, and I somewhat understand why he does what he does in this episode, as one of the main characters introduced is by the name of Lisa. Lisa, you could say she is a book author, a struggling book author, and she just thinks that she just gets this opportunity of a lifetime. And Tracy is there, of course, for some reason, and her experience, her reveal is pretty surprising, as it turns out that she was a lady that basically ruined Ern, Van, and Lottie's trip as they was going to Princeton for Ern to speak and something like that. And she basically has a reputation for doing it for a lot of black people. And because of that, Ern, he tells his therapist about other stuff. He tells him that he may need to stop talking to him, like stop going to therapy for a little bit, as he just has this pretty shady plan at motion. And then long story short, it comes to fruition as she gets the opportunity of a lifetime to read her new book to many different kids. The kids is all black except for a few. A lot of the kids just give out just negative reviews and opinions, and basically it just leaves her most likely in debt, broke, depressed again. And basically that was because of Ern. That was all of Ern's plan to get back at her. And honestly, was it petty? Yes. Was it extreme? Absolutely. Was it the right thing to do? I don't know. Like sometimes whenever you don't like someone that much, you will do whatever you can to basically make their lives a living hell. Now, had he did this to Sasha, the girl at Princeton, I can understand. But like Al and Darius said, this happened over 2 months ago. You're still tripping over that. Like, I don't know. Like, what Ern did was some real petty mess. Like, I don't know what's going to happen this season, but that is how the episode basically ends. I felt like the first two episodes were pretty good. Both of them was pretty extreme when it came to a few of the storylines and topics. Ern getting his revenge on that airport worker. Like, you can say whatever, I don't know. That wheelchair lady trying to get at Darius, possibly killing Kenya, was pretty cold-hearted. Like, I can't wait to see what happens, as I'm curious to see if that Sasha chick is going to be brought back. Will this therapy sessions continue, and what else will happen in this season? But as always, just thank you for watching, and until next time.